But today felt like the perfect day to address a theory that many people out there have been speculating on, that Meghan Markle has lied about her age. Is she actually older?
Sister Samantha Markle, who joins me live from the US. Samantha, I have to say, this was one of the most nauseating horror.
There is a theory that's been out there for a while. It's been floating around. Royal fans are convinced Meghan Markle is lying about her age. In fact, they think she's older.
Chickens. So the whole time I was fully expecting them to bust out in like a Saturday Night Live Dusty Muffin skit. It was.
And not a surprise here because, yeah, she lies a lot about her stuff. We've caught her in so many lies. Her own sister has come forward, her family, everybody is exposing the lies that she's been telling.
Let's be real. When it comes to Meghan Markle, there's always drama. Divorce rumors, Netflix meltdowns, mystery jam jars, pick your flavor. But this time, oh, it's even juicier than marmalade because Meghan's half-sister, Samantha, has just cracked open her defamation lawsuit again. And what she's teasing could flip everything we thought we knew about the Duchess right on its head.
Commercial of sorts, then.
Yeah. Were you surprised, Samantha, that your sister tried to make out that she's some sort of repressed?
Forget tiaras, forget tantrums. This bombshell dives into something Meghan has guarded more fiercely than jewels or titles, her real age. Yep. Samantha is hinting Meghan isn't 44 like the palace claims. She might actually be older, much older. And the receipts. They start with a single dusty photograph that could blow the whole facade wide open.
And it would only make sense that she might lie about this. Would it be such a big deal? Is it true? Well, thankfully, Steph the Alternate has compiled a slideshow. Let's actually get to the truth of this issue, and it's a surprise.
Now, Samantha Markle has never been one to whisper in the corner. If Meghan is the Hollywood-polished Duchess, Samantha is the family's loudspeaker. She's written tell-all books, given savage interviews, and tossed shade so sharp it makes Twitter look tame. But in 2025, she walked back into court swinging harder than ever. Her weapon, the claim that Meghan's official biography doesn't actually line up with reality.
It's rather lofty to suggest the ability to align with, issues.
The palace swears Meghan was born on August 4th, 1981, all neatly tied up, wrapped in royal ribbon. But Samantha says, wait a second, the math doesn't add up. And honestly, once you look closer, you start squinting too.
But is this true? There is a rumor she's actually older, so let's examine what's out there. This is a copy of 17 magazine, and it was published in March of 1997. In it, it mentions our Megzy is from Los Angeles and that she was 21 years old at the time.
Picture this, early 2000s, Northwestern University, a salsa club meeting. Because yes, even duchesses like to shake it. Students gather for a casual yearbook-style photo. Looks normal, right? But here's the kicker. When you check the alumni names, things get spicy. Most of Meghan's classmates in that photo aren't 20-something sophomores. They're in their early 50s today. Translation? These people graduated high school in the late 1980s. But Meghan? Her royal bio claims she graduated in 1999. That's a whole decade off. So unless Meghan was out here pulling a full-on Benjamin Button, something feels fishy. Either she had an odd habit of befriending people a decade older, or that 1981 birth date might not be gospel truth. And it doesn't stop there. Samantha and other voices have tossed out alternative birth years like confetti at a royal wedding. 1977, 1976, even 1975. If that's true, Meghan would actually be between 48 and 50 today. And these aren't just random Twitter trolls whispering. It's coming from alumni lists, scattered event programs, and classmates swearing they remember her differently. If Meghan really was born in 1975, suddenly that salsa club photo makes perfect sense. She'd have been the right age, blending seamlessly with her classmates who are now in their mid-50s. But if you believe the palace's official version, she looks like a baby in the group, hanging out exclusively with much older students. Honestly, how many 19-year-olds do you know who ditch their peers just to chill with 30-somethings at salsa clubs? Exactly. Now, Meghan's defenders always come back to one thing, the paperwork. Her birthday is August 4th, 1981. It's right there in the royal archives. End of story, right? Well, here's the twist. We already know Meghan's official documents can be edited. Remember Archie's birth certificate in 2019? At first, it listed her full name, Rachel Meghan. Then, poof. Within weeks, it was erased to just Her Royal Highness the Duchess of Sussex. The palace brushed it off as consistency. But really, has any other royal mom had her actual name wiped off her kid's birth certificate? That little stunt didn't prove her age, but it proved something else. That if the palace wants to tweak the records, they can do it quietly without leaving a fingerprint. So if they can wipe away details from Archie's record in 2019, what's stopping them from cleaning up school files from the 1980s? Or Hollywood casting records? Or old headshots? Exactly. Here's where it gets scalding. If Meghan was born in 1981, her timeline looks spotless. High school in 1999, Northwestern in the early 2000s, Hollywood auditions, then Prince Harry. But if she was really born in the mid-70s, suddenly there's a mysterious 4 to 6 year gap, years missing from her official biographies, years she doesn't exist on paper. And when you're building a brand like Meghan has, you don't just lose years, you erase them. Imagine it. You're 30, but Hollywood only wants fresh 24-year-olds. What do? You shave off a few years, trim the timeline. Suddenly your IMDb age lines up with your casting age. And when a prince strolls in later, you bet the palace isn't about to blow up a fairy tale with a messy birth certificate audit. And have you noticed something? Meghan's old childhood and school photos always pop up at very convenient times. When her royal biography launched, bam, a senior portrait appeared. When Netflix tanked, bam, another group shot surfaced. It's like someone is sitting on a secret folder pulling out the She really was 18 in 1999 card every time the public starts doubting. Sources even claim some of those pictures came straight from alumni archives. Others were suddenly gifted by classmates who'd been silent for years. Cute coincidence? Or a carefully staged PR rollout? To casual eyes, it looks nostalgic. To cynical ones, it screams damage control. And that's the heart of this tea. Whether Meghan is 44 or 50, the number isn't the point. It's the system. Classmates who don't fit the story. Records that can be edited. Photos that only surface when the narrative needs saving. Lawsuits that drag whispers back into the headlines. One by one, you could shrug them off, but pile them together, you don't get coincidences. You get strategy. Meghan Markle isn't just a duchess, she's a brand, and brands survive on one thing: control. Control of the image, control of the story, control of even the year stamped on a birth certificate. So here's the million-dollar question. Is Meghan Markle older than she says? Or is Samantha just stirring the pot for attention again? Honestly, the real truth may never escape those palace vaults. But one thing is crystal clear. When it comes to Meghan, the story is always polished, always curated, and always just a little too perfect. And that's why the royals are terrified. Because this isn't just about age, it's about control. And Meghan, she's not letting go of it anytime soon. But what about you? Do you think this is the ultimate royal cover-up, or just another ugly family feud playing out in public? Stick around, because when it comes to Meghan Markle, the tea doesn't just pour, it floods.